Ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from Group 7. In this video, we will talk about psycholinguistic. My name is Fawas.
My name is Akil.
My name is Ahmad Hussain.
So, without further ado, let's begin. Question number 1. To be best your knowledge, what do you know of language acquisition and language development? Do they refer to something or different? Explain your answer. Maybe Akil first.
Okay. My answer is language acquisition and language development are often used interchangeable, but some distinction exists. Language acquisition typically refers to the natural subconscious process by which individuals learn their first language, while language development encompasses a broader range of linguistic skills and knowledge acquired over time through various experiences. So
So-
these are my answer.
So, Rahmat, do you have any answer?
Okay. From my apa lagi?
Point of view. Point of view.
Yeah, point of view.
From my point of view, humans have been acquiring a language from the young age. Children and language acquisition is usually thought to take place during the process of developing the first language. Children learn to process the speech and interact through the process of language development. Before being fluent, a child may go by the process of gradually understanding fundamental language patterns and increasing their vocabulary.
Okay, I think in my answer is humans have been acquiring language since they young children, same with Rahmat, and language acquisition is usually to take place during the process developing one first. Okay, let's go to number 2, I guess. So, number 2 is, do you agree with saying that language acquisition and language development are psycholinguistic phenomena? Explains your position with reason. Yes, my point of view is agree because language development and acquisition involve a combination of mental factors with linguistic process in the mind of the person question. They are fact considered the psycholinguistic phenomena. How about Rahmat?
If me, I have the same answer as Palas, but I will add about there's opinion of Chomsky. According to Chomsky, our language itself it possesses a universal set of grammatical rules, and that language acquisition itself is a natural ability of humans. So this theory point out that the part of natural cognitive itself structure play in language acquisition. About Akil, how about you?
I am yes, because language acquisition and language development can be considered psycholinguistic phenomena because they include interplay between cognitive process and linguistic skill. The study of how the brain process language and the psychological factor influencing language learning support this perspective. That's my answer. Forward.
Okay, thank you. Let's go for the number 3. According to File G 2004, children generally go the 5 stages of language acquisition. Do you agree with this theory? Explain your position with reason. Maybe Akil go first.
Yes, is the theory. Feel the theory proposing 5 stage of language acquisition. In children is widely accepted framework. The stage generally involve preverbal, single word, two word, early multi-word, and later multi-word state. The theory aligns with observed patterns in children language development, reflecting a gradual progression. Rahmat.
Okay, what I found about the field theory, there are 5 phases of language acquisition. First is sensory motor, pre-operative, operational, formal operational, and post-formal operational. Uh, First, I agree with this theory because different capacities and views are symbolized through each stage. Now, regardless the importance of the theory, it's important to remember that this feature has been improved and challenged by later studies. Okay.
Okay, but my point of view is same with Rahmat and Akil. So there are sensor motoric, pre-operative, operational formal operational, and post formal operational. Okay. So next we go on to number 4. Number 4 is, what do you know of 5 states? Explains your answer by also describing what linguistic knowledge the children store in mind in each of the states. Maybe Rahmat go first.
Okay. What do you know of the 5 stage?
Yeah, what do you know of 5 states? 5 states describing linguistic knowledge.
Okay. First, the 5 stage itself, I think it's referring to the stage of language development proposed by linguist Noam Chomsky. Now, this stage itself are more commonly known as the universal grammar stage. Now, the overview of the stage is, first is the babbling stage, which is during this early stage of development, babies create a variety of sounds regardless of the language being spoken around them. And then one word or holoplastic stage, which children begin through the conveying ideas of or concept with just one word. Then we move to the two-word stage, where toddlers express more complicated ideas through the combination of the keywords. And in the stage of telegraphic speech, where the youngster begin to create brief sentences by removing less important words. Then the last stage is the mature speech stage, where children store a vast area of linguistic rules and nuance as they develop a more complex understanding of grammar, vocabulary, and communication. Nah, it's essential that to remember that language development itself can vary to individual to another, and this stage are generalizations. So, according to this theory, children create the linguistic skill organically and go through various stages independent to the language spoken around it.
Okay, how about Akil? Do you same with Rahmat or there are kind of difference?
Okay. In the first stage, children understand and process non-verbal communication. The single word stage involve one word utterance. The word stage at basic combination. Early multi-word stage expand sentence complexity, and later multi-word stage more sophisticated language use. And children store increasingly complex linguistic structure in memory as they progress. Okay, forward.
Okay, I think my answer is same with Rahmat, so I will mention it. The first is the babbling stage. The second is one word or holoplastic stage, and third is two word stage. 4 is stage of telegraphic speech, and the last one is mature speech stage. So next we go on for number 5. What do you know of prefabricated routines, patterns production, and creativity construction in adults' language acquisition? Explain your answer and also give illustration on their relationship. First is prefabricated routines. There are set or language section that individual learns and use without always comprehending underlay for using grammar and idioms. Illustration to indicate that something effortless. Pictures someone saying it piece of cake. It's like the idioms. And the last one is production of patterns. Adults usually learn language by identifying and creating patterns. So I think that's my answer. So how about Akil? Do you have another answers or same with me?
Same. You?
So how about Rahmat?
Same also.
So same with Akil, Rahmat, and me. Okay. For the next question is for number 6. Hanania and Grenman conducted research showing the process of adult language acquisition. What do you know of this research and what do you think about it? Maybe Akil go first.
Is else computational model purpose twisting. The first is associative, cognitive, and autonomous. In the associative state, learner associative from its meaning, and in cognitive state involves rule learning, and the autonomous state reflect automatic language use. For example, early English learner make associate cat with the concept of the cat. They learn grammar rules and eventually speak language. Maybe
Rahmat to say.
Okay, in my opinion, the result of this investigation are still thought to be important for the understanding the phenomenon of adult language acquisition, even though it happened and more than 40 years ago. Now, this study itself is a longitudinal person who centered on Fatma, a 19-year-old Saudi Arabian girl. So the main elements of this investigation is that a creative process in language acquisition itself are prefabricated and routines and patterns which these two situations actually contribute during the adult language acquisition process.
So I think have a different answer. So I think the results of investigation are still though to be important for understanding the phenomenon and adult language acquisition. Even though it happened more than 4 years ago, the study longitudinal a person who centers on Fatma, 19 years old from Saudi Arabia. I think is my answer for number 6. So we go on for number 7. Ellis emphasized that the computational model explains 3 states that occur in human when acquiring language. What do you know of the model? Explain your answer in detailed support with example. So maybe I go first. In the first stage, adults acquire fresh language abilities while getting inputs that are short-term memory and long-term memory. In second stage, understanding that was first kept in the short-term memory will change into knowledge of a second language, which is the defined in long-term memory. And the third stage is a capacity to speak a second language unless actively used to produce spoken outputs, which is the express verbal communication. So how about Akil and Rahmat? If you have a different answer, maybe you can mention it or send it.
Same.
Same.
So the last one is question number 8. According to Christian, adults will complete 5 stages of language development in the process acquiring second language. What do you know of the stages, and what do you think about stages if they are connected to your own experience and second learner? So my answer is there are 5 stages. The first is the first stage of production. Secondly, initial stage of production. Thirdly, stage of speech emergence. And fourth stage of intermediate fluency. And number 5 is a stage of advanced fluency. They are very intercorrelated because they are so important for this processing. So how about Akil and Rahmat? Do you have another answer?
Okay, it's mainly the same. There are 5 stages, but I will add that the first stage itself is commonly referred as the receptive or silent period, which is during this phase the learners typically spend their time studying new vocabulary and honing their pronunciation methods. And in the second page, in this page, the learners can speak slowly one or two words in addition to the short phrase and expression that are sometimes short grammatically. The third page itself has also employed the word to form short phrase, sentence, and ask question. However, they are still unable to build entirely grammatically correct sentence at this point. In the first stage itself, the learner has been able to learn and apply roughly around 6,000 words in that time. If there's so many words stored in memory, learning can use complicated sentence to demonstrate their communication skill in both spoken and written form. And in the last stage, the stage of advanced fluency, this stage allows the individual to put together an extensive array of complex sentences that are almost as effective as that of the native speakers. Okay, that's all from me. How about Akil?
I think the answer is same with you and Owas.
Okay, thank you for Rahmat. It's a very clearly answer. So in the beginning, we finished discussion, and I'll say sorry if as presentation is very bad. So I say thank you very much and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.